Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful hump day?
Good morning.
So you probably hear some noise in the background, and simply that's the electrician. So the office is moving along. Unfortunately, not going to be able to film any of that, but I will show you guys once he's done today exactly what he got done. And then, yeah, I guess we'll move on from there. But we do have something we're going to do, another rain day here at the Spencer household, which is good.
Yes.
And it looks like it's going to be off and on all day long. So just going to go ahead and let it do its thing. Kind of already made the plan for this week that if it's going to continue raining, we're just going to let it re-energize the lawns and then go back full swing hopefully next week. I'm sure some will still be in drought, but that's kind of where we're at. But we're hoping we can get one little break in today because the property over there, as I walked last week with Chase and showed you guys, we were checking out the roadway and everything. Well, we got that all in the works, got it all on the schedule so that when we take ownership of it, that we can just hop right into getting that taken care of. But something I was wanting to do that day is get it kind of mapped out exactly because we don't know exactly where the house is going to be and the shop's going to be. I guess it's a spoiler alert. Yes, we're going to do a shop and house there. They'll be pretty close. I don't think we're going to connect them maybe with a walkway or some kind of underpass just so we don't have to go out into the weather. But I know some of you are going to say separate the house and the shop. Well, for the time being, we want them to be close. And simply that's because we're growing other things that will come to light down the road. And we want to keep it close to home to begin with. Not saying at some point we won't take it to another shop or a bigger building or whatever. But this is just where we're going to stay at right now. But you want to hop into it?
I'm looking out the window and I see our grass getting greener.
A little bit.
It's raining.
Needs a lot of help. Update here as well, guys. A lot of the swelling's continuing to go down. It's pretty much about the size of an egg right now, but feeling a lot better. So I'm able to move my jaw a little more without pain. So that's good to go. I will say they told me to follow up 2 to 4 days with a doctor because they said, what they call this thing on the paperwork? A complicated
abscess.
Complicated abscess.
Yeah. So
they told me to follow up quickly. Unfortunately, when I called the near nose, throat, and eye.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Yeah, that thing. When I called them, the soonest they could get me in was August 17th. So not able to get in there, but it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Feeling a little bit better. And yeah, appreciate all the prayers and thoughts. Let's get into the video.
Let's go.
Alright guys, I think we're back here about as far as me and Chase came. This is going to be the main area here. So everything's subject to change, but we're going to kind of mark it off here a little bit and yeah, give ourselves a little bit more of a visualization of how it's going to be set up. That's the best part. It's just quiet. Don't tell me to shh. Are we having our first argument on our property? Shh.
I was telling that mosquito that was in my ear to shh.
Oh,
okay. That's all I could hear.
I was just making sure. Because we don't ever argue. Ever. Alright, let's get to work here. Alright guys, so climbed up to the top of one of the hills. I don't know if you'll pick TQ up down there or not. She's kind of walking that way. Down there's where the house and stuff's going to be, kind of in this general area. The house, shop. tell you what, that hill is no joke though. I thought I was gonna come up this one, but there's an even bigger one behind me now, and then another one. And I'm like, yeah, I don't feel that strong right now to tackle all that. I was gonna go all the way out, but yeah, that ain't happening right now. I'm a little too weak still from this whole thing, the antibiotics, but yeah. Hi, babe. Hi. I say we just put the house up here on top of the hill.
Yeah. Good spot.
Right. All right, so if you guys can visualize, come up the driveway. House will be probably like centralized right out there. And then we haven't really decided yet if we want to put the shop on this side and have our sunset off that way, because it will set on the west. We can have a porch on the back of the house. We could angle it however we wanted. Put the shop up here, put the shop back there. We could put the shop 500 yards that way back out to the main road if we really wanted to. All right, guys, so first, just rough drawing out here. I think we both already decided if you can pick up the stake there, over there. The other one's right down there. You can barely see that one. So we just did it square here with where the road's gonna come in, and then the driveway will wrap around the front, and then either have the shop there or the shop over here. We haven't fully decided on that just yet. But I think we both decided we want the house to be a little more at an angle. So kind of sitting, facing like this outward more, but back there a little bit further. I just saw a big deer run. I don't know if you guys picked that up or not. But mainly because the sun will sit out there on the west side. And if we're sitting on like the back porch or something, we'll want the sunlight kind of coming towards us. And that's kind of what we're thinking.
Yeah, I think we'll do a drive too that kind of loops in front of the house instead of going behind the house.
Yeah, that's
we'll
what
have a portion go right towards the garage, and then one that swoops around for a turnaround.
Right. So we were originally thinking about doing the house and the shop behind it, and doing a driveway in between them, a wraparound driveway behind the house, and then in between the shop. With that being said, you know, if we have anything coming in and out of here, we don't really want trucks or trailers to have to go by the house to get to it, if you know what I'm saying. So we'd rather just have a driveway here, or we could even put a side kicker, because the driveway is going to loop around like a U, if you can imagine, and go back out, or like a big O and go back out. So we just got to decide if we're going to put the shop up here or put the shop over there, and then how we want to do the driveway in the parking lot area. So yeah,
I think a side kicker off the main drive would be good to the shop.
Yeah, I agree. The biggest thing is I walked up to that hill that I showed you guys, and when I walked it before, like, you got to go up over like 4 of those hoops or those big hills, and then you can kind of see where the road marker was back whenever there was no leaves or anything here. You could see all the way out to the road, and you can't see nothing now. I mean, it's just way too far to walk, and then way too far to see. So it's kind of making it a little bit more difficult. I almost wish we could have done this earlier. And I know you guys know we're still like in the holding process. The problem, or the biggest thing is we need to get the ball rolling here pretty quick on some stuff. So the closing's any day. I want to look from the aerial view once again once we get back to the house. I wish I could get service out here to pull it up, but we could map it with our GPS locators with the property and say, hey, this is where it's going to sit. Hey, it's going to sit. But we get 0 service where we're at right here. So
I think too, once we get some clearing, we know exactly where we're going to clear.
Yeah.
we could get a better idea too.
Well, that's to answer some of your questions. So to answer some of your questions, you know, us getting the road put in immediately, that in and of itself is just going to give us access to get in and out of here, you know, whether that's for work or to come here and work or play or whatever. But we need that road because, yeah, we could drive this, but you're not going to want to drive it too many times. Once it gets super saturated, you're just going to be mudding this thing up and rutting it up. And putting the road in, the road will be there forever as long as we maintain it. And you know,
road and proper drainage. Right there, little baby raccoon.
I still don't see it.
Well, look in the camera, it's right there. There's a leaf hiding its face, but it's definitely a raccoon. There it is. It might have just ran up there whenever we come walking by, but it's just a little baby. Hi. You're cute. You are.
I think we got it pretty good right now, what we're thinking. Everything's subject to change. So this will be the corner right here. So if you can imagine, I put 4 up through here. Okay, so if you can imagine right on the side of that tree there, right there, coming straight towards me. Sorry, the light's horrible in here. So this will be the front of the house at an angle, coming straight along that tree here, down to here, sitting back this way. So the house would be in this generalized area. We're thinking about putting the shop back up where I originally showed you where we put the markers, back up there, putting the shop. So it would almost be, you come up the driveway, shop right there, you could stop if you needed to, and then you could swing back around and go out. Or if you wanted to, we could have them come on over to the house, and here will be the house. Out there, way out there behind TQ is the farmer's field. We'll be facing, the back of the house will be facing west, so we can enjoy afternoons in the yard out here, looking across the field from a distance. And yeah, that's what we're thinking as of now. Now we might move it in more, and like I told TQ, you know, obviously probably have like a patio and stuff like that, so adjustments will happen, but we got plenty of room here to make that adjustment. If we need to go that way 50 feet or 100 feet, whatever, it's not a big deal. I mean, we have a long way, so easily 600-700 yards back out. So what do you think? You liking it here?
I love it. I love it.
Already got our wood to get started. All I know is we're gonna have a lot of winter time this year when it's not snowing, doing some cleanup. We might be doing some winter bush hogging, like this stuff here. I don't know, somebody had an old deck or something. The family that had this place before us took something out. I don't know if maybe they're going to repurpose it or something.
Well, I'd like a nice wood burner, so we'd have plenty of wood for the burner.
Right. Obviously not that. I think that's treated. That's why it's still here. But definitely wood burner or fireplace, maybe even both in the house. That's definitely something we both want.
Yep.
It's humid in here, though. I'll tell you what.
It is.
But
I'm just taking it in. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
We'll have to get a tent and do some camping.
Do some camping?
Yeah.
Yeah, build a little cabin or something.
Yeah.
Me and Sean Boy have been talking a little bit, so.
I mean, you have that side of the property to build like a little hunting cabin.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
It'll be lots of fun.
Anyways, what?
I said for many years.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of memories going to be made here. I can already see, guys, like coming up the driveway, big picture window, Christmas tree, grandkids someday. Like, you know, we plan on holding on to this for our entire lives. And then, you know, if our kids, which I don't believe they will, make dumb decisions, they could hold on to it and, you know, be in the family a long time. So that's always our plan with everything we do. You know, all of our businesses is to leave our kids and our grandkids in a better position than, you know, we were left in, and we were left in an okay position. But, you know, life is what you make of it, and choices, and we've made our fair share of dumb ones, and I'm sure we'll make some more dumb ones, and you live and you learn. From them. Yep, exactly. Let's get back over here to the house though and see if we can get you an update on the electrical. I know he was talking with the spray foam guys, and they said something about like don't connect the electrical to the main of the house yet, don't put the plugs in, just because of, I don't know.
There's what like they're gonna overhang whenever you put the actual reciprocal thing.
Or it was drywall guys. I said spray foam. Drywall guys. So let's get back over here.
Let's go.
All right. So currently the electrician is still here. He actually had to leave for a little bit and go get a bigger ladder to get to the top of that peak to do some electrical way up top that I'll show you hopefully here before I have to upload this video. It'll be next if anything. But I wanted to talk to you, TQ, myself. When we got home here, we were eating some lunch and we started really talking, and plans have changed. We originally wanted to keep the garage really close to the house, and that was simply because, you know, we wanted to be able to run over there, work, this or that, and it's still going to be halfway close, you know, I would say it like that, but we are going to end up separating them a little bit for the simple fact we're going to have a small office there as well, and, you know, we're going to do some things there and have people coming and going constantly at that area. And we just don't want to, for one, if say we have the day off or we're not going to work that day and those people are coming to work there, you know, we don't want to have to, you know, listen to them getting in and out of the car, their car's coming up all the way to the house, any of that, you know, just little things that, you know, would kind of become annoying over time. Not that it would be a big deal, but just wintertime, for example, TQ brought up, she's like, you know, plow trucks going in and out, loading salt, you know, anything like that, you know, banging and clanging, this and that, you know, the kids still need to sleep. So we definitely, like I said, we're not rushing anything here. We're going to really think this through, but we just want to do it right the first time, you know. So something like this, we didn't really take into account, you know, noise. But when we're standing there and then on our way back and then sitting down here having lunch, we're like, you know what? Probably be a good idea to spread them out just a little bit. Not saying we wouldn't hear anything, but it wouldn't be right next to the house, waking the kids up 3, 4 a.m., anything like that. The babysitter coming, you know, this, that, whatever. But yeah, just is what it is. Figured I'd share that with you guys real quick. The electrical update. I see you, bro. Sean Boy popping around the corner like, whoop. Little Michael Myers or something. Anyways, stick around here. I'm going to try to get you an update. He's just ran into a few hiccups out there with the electric and kind of figuring out what the old electrical was and this and that. And yeah, it's always something.
So I'm at our local green farms, and I like to check and see what kind of vegetables they have left, because they pretty much mark them down at this point. And they have some cucumbers, which I don't have any at home, and I might go ahead and just pick some up because I do have room in my little garden. But it looks like that's all they have are some cucumbers. All right, so I ended up picking up a couple, I think 4 plants of cucumbers, and then some peppers and onions, because we like peppers and onions. I do have peppers and onions planted in my garden, but they're obviously not ready. Some milk and some chocolate graham crackers for the kiddos.
So quick update on the electrical. Ran into a bit of a hiccup. So we got everything cleaned up, all new lines, all new wires, got the boxes put in over here. Redid the garage wire that was running on the inside of this wall up top here. If you remember, it's gone. Moved my heater wire to the other side. Got to installing the new ceiling fan, got it all put in. It's right here. And we could not get the light to work. Ceiling fan would work, light wouldn't work. So then after probably about an hour trying to troubleshoot it, talking with the company, long story short, they said it had a bad lighting unit in it. Basically this thing right here. So yeah, there's something bad in this thing. So they tried to talk the electrician all through it, wasted a ton of time, and then simply said, hey, you gotta take it back to the store and get a new one. So that kind of stunk for him, hence why we have no light in here right now. But yeah, he's like, get another one, I'll swing back out. It'll only take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes to throw it up, just because he'll have to put a whole nother one together. I mean, he had the propellers on it, or the blades. I know you guys told me he had the drop rod coming down. And I mean, that thing's a lot of different pieces to put together too. It's a higher end one, runs off the remote, has the LED color changing, mood light, all of that, you know. And yeah, technology got us once again. So yeah, not too crazy of a video here. I just wanted to share that with you. Bad lighting, or I would show more. It's really, really hot in here. I felt bad for the electrician. He's been out here probably about 4 hours or so, 3-4 hours, just cleaning stuff up, the garage stuff, the back wall here, just cleaned everything up so that when they come spray foam, it's good to go, and then we can go straight into drywall. Hence why there's no plugs in those as well. They said not to until after the drywall is installed. And yeah, everything's kind of primed up and ready to go. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. I'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye.